Hello, my friends, and welcome to this week's episode of the Greenlight Weekend Podcast. As always, I am your host, Brian Nystrom, and before we get into the episode, let's talk about our sponsor. Our sponsor is Dead Room Comedy. Dead Room Comedy is a comedy group and production company based in Denver, Colorado. It is comprised of 4 very funny stand-up comics, 3 of which started their career right here in Durango, Colorado. They moved up to Denver, and they found their 4th in Jeff Stonick. Now they are absolutely unstoppable. They have a new live show called Dead Inside, which they will be performing right here in Durango at the Durango Arts Center on October 2nd. I'm very excited to see it, very excited to see the boys. I love them. That's Elliott Weber's ass right there. Elliott Weber is also a headliner for this festival, as you can see right here. It's fucking exciting. I'm excited to see Dead Inside. I've heard a lot of good things. You can follow Dead Room Comedy on all social media platforms at Dead Room Comedy. You can also check out their YouTube channel. It is called Dead Room Comedy. They put out a new video each and every Monday on their YouTube channel. They also put it on their Instagram. It's one of the few things that when I'm scrolling through Instagram, I actually stop whatever I'm doing and I turn on the sound and I watch the whole thing immediately because I don't want to miss it. It's always hilarious. So check out Dead Room Comedy. You can also check out deadroomcomedy.com where you can find any and all information you want about my boys. They also have a new podcast exclusively on Spotify. It is called Dessert with Dead Room Comedy. They have 1 or 2 episodes out. I've listened to the first one. Not bad. It's not bad. They're just so funny together. It's hard to fuck it up. I hope to have them on the podcast when they're in town. I hope we can squeeze all that in. Yeah, fuck it. On to this week's episode. I got drunk as shit yesterday, so your boy's still recovering, and that's why this intro is so interesting, and it's taken me 3 takes to fucking nail one down. The first one was 8 minutes of me blabbering, so I'm going to go ahead and power through. This week's episode is with Jill Carlson and Bobbo. We pretty much exclusively talk about the comedy festival, at least for the first half, and then we get into some dick jokes. I try to get Bobbo loosened up. He was a little nervous for his first podcast. What are you going to do? It happens. But the Four Corners Comedy Festival is October 1st through the 3rd right here in Little Durango, Colorado. It will take place at the Durango Arts Center as well as the Powerhouse Science Center. There are 34 comics on it, I believe. I'm one of them. I'm lucky enough to be on it. The other Durango comics we have on it, of course, Jill Carlson is a host. Jason Baumforth is a host. We also have Jadrian Long as a performer, and my favorite, Callie Parmenter, on this motherfucker. So I'm honored to be on the lineup. Tomorrow in Dolores, they have a comedy show that is featuring one of our own, Emma Z. She will be on the show along with Cody something. God damn it, I forgot. Oh, well, I'm not doing this again. And Zach Abeda down from Albuquerque. It's going to be fucking awesome. I know we talked about it in the episode. If you want to attend the festival, tickets are online at fourcornerscomedyfestival.com. They are $100 for the weekend. You can come to all the shows for $100. If you want a free ticket, you can still probably volunteer. Go to fourcornerscomedyfestival.com and check it out. Check them out on Instagram, Facebook, all that jazz, Four Corners Comedy Festival. And if you didn't make it on the show, you want to perform on the festival, or you want to go see a show for free, we are doing a free show on October 3rd at the Powerhouse Science Center. It's probably going to be a long one. Going to have a bunch of comics on it. I bet most of the comics from the festival want to come on it. There's going to be food trucks. There's going to be beer. I fucking love beer. That's how I ended up in this situation I'm in right now. But we had a fun episode. The first, 20 minutes or so is basically promoting the festival, and then we actually get into some funny shit. I enjoyed the shit out of it. I'm so excited for this festival. Go to Dolores River Brewery tomorrow to watch the show. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Shout out to Ethan Esparza and the Chava people for the intro, outro music. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Without further ado, this is episode 151 with Jill Carlson, Bobbo, and the Four Corners Comedy Festival. Enjoy.
Everything with cream cheese, orange juice break fast. I'm out the door to get the dough, speaking to the masses. Hit the road to do a show, microphone madness. Trip easy, cheap sunglasses. Straight passion, my third eye active. Watching backpacks lead the show, beeping that shit. Vocally, hearing me, locally, lyrically. Know what I'm supposed to be and I don't got no fear of me. I'm coming for your brain, homie, coming at you spiritually. Stepped into the game and I knew that flow was slippery, but check my flow though. Turn the whack news to history. Let them do their thing instead, I put them out their misery.
Alrighty, folks, the Four Corner Comedy Festival is coming to town. So naturally, we got Jill Carlson here, and we got Bobbo. What's up?
Hey.
Hello.
Thanks for having me.
How you guys doing? You having a good
So
day?
good.
You just got a new car, Jill. Fucking
I did.
Stoked.
Yes, I am stoked.
You got new hats?
We did get new hats, new Four Corners Comedy Festival
Turn this picture
hats.
around.
Oh,
We will be having them on sale at the festival, custom made by my sister, Hillary Chandler. And I helped her a little bit, but she said I was pretty terrible at it. But we got all one-of-a-kind custom Four Corners Comedy Festival hats. October 1st through the 3rd is when it's going to be here in Durango.
Fucking A. I'm so excited. I made the cut. I'm
Hell yeah,
excited
you
to
just-
see all the comics.
Is this your first festival you've ever been on?
Second.
Second one
I was on that one.
Which one? Oh, the 2019 Four Corners Comedy
Yeah.
Festival. Yeah.
Yeah, that was right after I started comedy, and I was scared to do the next best comic and the festival. And Dave was like, "Don't be a pussy," so I just did.
Dave
And
said that to
yeah.
you? Hell yeah. I love to hear that.
Dave talked me into both of them.
Awesome.
He was
Well,
like,
yeah.
"Dude, you're ready. You're funny. Who cares?"
Good. I love to hear that.
Might not make it.
It's gonna be really exciting. You know, obviously we had to take a step back because COVID happened. We did have actually a couple of really great comics planned for the 4th annual comedy festival that was going to happen in 2020. But whenever our venue got cut down, actually our venue went out of business.
Yes, it did.
Henry H. Schrader Theater decided to shutter its doors after I don't even know how many years in business. And so we had to scramble to find a new venue. And then with all the COVID stuff, we were cut down to about 45 people that we could have. So thankfully, our public health crisis is getting better. We're in a position to do it. But we're going to actually do something different this year. We're going to have 2 different rooms going at the same time. So that's going to be really cool. We're going to have one room at Durango Arts Center and one room at the Power Science Center. And they're going to be simultaneous shows because we wanted to bring as many comics as we possibly could. And we have 34 comics
That's awesome.
that are coming to Durango from all over, as far away as Philadelphia, Michigan, Los Angeles. We've got people from Nevada. We've got some of our favorite friends from New Mexico and our people from Denver and, of course, our local scene. And it's going to be really cool.
And you got a headliner from Florida?
We actually do have a headliner from Florida. Yeah, Brittany Brave. Actually, the way that we got introduced was during COVID when we were all adapting for comedy. One of the local radio stations, KPTE, did a Zoom comedy contest. They called it the Couch Comedy Competition.
I was in that.
You were in it. I was in it. And it was weird because they didn't know who to really book. So they booked half of it was like Durango comics and half of it was like New York City, straight up in the middle of New York comics.
Yeah.
But Brittany happened to be one of the comics who was working in New York, but she actually is a comic from Florida. She just won Miami's 2021 Comic of the Year,
Which is
huge.
I hear it's really hard to get people's attention in Miami, so
Well, and she's
Good on
also,
her.
I say, my understanding, she's also been doing a web series that she's been filming in New York City called The Disastrous Dating Life of Diana Damone. And so, you know, I think she's got this really cool, young, like fresh, funny energy that we need. We need it. We need to have this experience again to kind of remember what things used to be. And so that's one of our headliners. But our top headliner actually is a very dear friend of mine. And I'm really, really glad that Dave and I made the choice to bring him. Elliott Weber has been in our comedy scene pretty much since the beginning. I think he started in 2016 when he was like a freshman in college. And he just kept grinding. He was, I think, on every single one of our festivals, first, second, third, and now the 4th. And when we decided we wanted to pick someone that was, you know, right for what we're doing here, Dave and I talked about it. And I said, what about Elliott? And he's like, yes, duh. And it was just a logical choice. And so I'm really happy to bring Elliott back because I very much value him. I think everyone in the scene here really looks up to him and respects him. What they're doing, what those guys are doing is
Agreed.
amazing. They're setting a tone for all the rest of us, letting us know we're doing something really cool here in Durango, and we can hold our own in other scenes. And I think it's awesome. Plus, I know that Elliott has Dead Room, which is so cool because the tie-in to Fort Lewis, I'm a Fort Lewis grad. Jacob, Josh, and Elliott are all Fort Lewis grads. They entered into the Fort Lewis Hawk Tank Business Incubator Program, won $5,000, set up Dead Room Comedy with that money.
sponsored me.
Sponsored your podcast, have been doing stuff all over the state, have been producing tons of content. And, you know, they created this production called Dead Inside that I know every single person in Durango who knows them is like, what is this thing?
I want to see it.
Everybody wants to see it. So I said, Elliott, come headline and let's see this production. So on Saturday the 2nd, a one-time only performance, a matinee performance of Dead Inside by Dead Room Comedy. It's going to be limited seating. It's going to be at the Durango Arts Center. I got the lighting cues, just the one-page lighting cues, and just seeing that alone made me so stoked to see what this is going to be. So we are so pumped about the festival, and I can't wait to have all my friends together again.
Me too.
Dude,
I've already reached out to a bunch of them.
I say so many of my friends are going to be here, and if you've ever been to the festival, you get what I'm talking about. And if you haven't been to the festival, you're going to get it right away. We have just an amazing sense of camaraderie. And, you know, we like to bring in new people. In fact, we actually have a new person here right now who's just come to our scene. He's actually joined on as our social media person, but Rob actually came down here from the Denver scene, but he got in with us and he's never been at our festival. And I know he's already feeling the energy and vibe, and we're excited to have you on board, Rob.
And I know Jill's been giving me about 10 hours a day rundowns on everything that's going on in town.
Yes, I have it.
So I've been caught up. I know all of your dirt. No, I'm just kidding. But,
yes, he does.
No, man, it feels great. I started out in Denver, and a lot of comedians there that I'm going to get to see out here in Durango for the festival, so I'm excited for that. But, everybody is great, been very accepting. I mean, Brian's having me on the podcast here.
That was a last-minute alternate I didn't know about. Just kidding. You're fine, Bobbo. I like you. You're a nice guy.
I like to mess things up, too, you know, like I don't mess around, but yeah.
Who are you most excited to see come down from Denver?
I would say definitely either PJ. I mean, Elliott's gonna be
PJ
podcast alumni.
Dude, we gotta hashtag it and let him know he's in the episode, but not tell him where it's at. So he's just going to listen to the whole thing.
Well, it's gonna be in the first 5 minutes ish, but
but I know Jeff Cohen's gonna do his thing. Oh my God, he makes me.
I've heard nothing but good things about Jeff Cohen.
He was here last time. You don't remember him last time?
I don't.
No.
Maybe we just didn't meet. I met PJ naturally smoking weed behind the theater.
I say PJ is definitely a firecracker. He caught people's attention for sure.
I fucking love me some PJ Johnson.
Jeff's a little bit more low key. Paints beautiful pictures of aspen trees though.
Huh.
He's a fantastic aspen tree painter. And other subjects, Jeff. But
yeah, I actually reached out to Jeff as well because I've heard so much about him from the
he's
Dead
great.
Room Boys.
He's great.
And
he's funny.
Yeah, I think he might be on the podcast as well. I'm cramming as many fucking comics into this podcast as I can.
I think it's gonna be so fun. And you know, just looking at the list of people when we did the final submissions, you know, I won't reveal who your judges were, but we did spread it because, you know, I know that there's a fair amount of nepotism in comedy festivals, and you know, if it wasn't for me recognizing that, then I don't think I'd be where I was, because I don't fit into other scenes. I had to kind of make my own way, and I like the fact that we try to make it fair. And so I picked judges who didn't know all these comics. We had 3 judges from different places review these things, and we averaged the scores, and we came out with such a solid lineup that's just so Durango. It's such a Durango lineup. I'm stoked for it. It's going to just fit our energy and our vibe here, and I'm really hoping that we have full rooms at both places. So
yeah, I hope so too. We got Bubba McComb coming
down.
Yeah,
Bubba's gonna come down.
We're doing stuff with the drag.
We are partnering with the drag
shows?
community. There's actually going to be a drag comedy show at the Power Science Center on October 1st, and I am totally slacking on getting that graphic out, but it will be out this weekend. That is a limited seating show because the drag scene here has been smashing with their ticket sales. They've been selling out in matters of hours. So I think that one is going to be really great. And then on actually Friday night after that, there's going to be a free karaoke comedy party at the VFW hosted by Rachel.
There you go.
So that'll be fun. They're going to stay open late for us. And then on Saturday, we got the play. We got the headline show. And then Bubba's going to do an all dirty show that's called the 6 Minutes 9 Comic Show. Mm-hmm. And there's actually going to be one of your drag performers is going to do a comedy set on that show as well.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's going to be fun. Dave's going to produce that show, and it's going to be at the Starlight Theater. It's very limited seating for that one. It is not approved for all audiences. It will be very, very dirty material.
Perfect.
Free speech is alive and well. So
I'm excited to be there. I want to see everybody. I want to see everybody's sets. That's the only qualm. Is that a word?
Qualm.
that I have with the 2 shows going on at once is I know I'm going to miss some sets.
It is tough. And so I'll tell you the reason we tried it. We're just trying different things, trying to find the right fit as we get back into doing this. But the biggest complaint that we got, and I can tell you, I hope they don't get offended, but Kyle Pogue and Jay White Cotton both approached us at the last festival and we're like, hey, too many comics on each show. Shows are way too long. But then we hit this threshold where last year we had 74 comics, which is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. It was sick though.
It was sick, but it was ridiculous for what our setup was. Really, honestly, if we'd had more rooms, it would have been fine. So I'm like, well, how can we maximize comics and get as many people to come and have this experience as possible? And still, not break our bank. And I'm like, this is the way we have to try it. So, I'll be honest with you. It's a little bit of an experiment. And if it's a total bust, we won't do it again next year. But
I think it makes it a festival.
Yeah.
I think it really validates the whole thing.
I say maybe if I have staggered timing.
We have so much comedy that we can't fit it all into one building. We can't start at noon and expect to have a crowd throughout every show because that's what we did a couple of years ago, and it was so much fun. I was there for fucking 10 hours.
Well, you know what was funny thinking about, so when we were at the Strader, we did the 3:00 show. I think we did a 1:00 show, and we didn't think about the train right behind the theater.
Train fucked up my set.
While people were on stage at the festival,
and I wasn't comfortable enough to address it, so I was just I think I just stopped for a second and panicked. Because I was 3 months into comedy or something.
Shit, that's so Durango.
Is it the one that's 5 minutes long too? When it
oh
goes
yeah,
by?
yeah, just slow,
just fuck up a set. Yeah.
The Doppler effect, just slow as fuck. Yeah, no, it was awkwardly long. Yep, yeah. So we tried to do it at a time where the trains weren't blowing their whistles.
That's a tight move.
Yeah,
very considerate.
We'll see. I mean, every year we do this. This is one of the things I love about producing any show, but especially this. I learn something new every year. I fuck something up every year, but at the end of the day, everybody has a good time. We hear great material. We get inspired by people, make great connections. One of my things that I love the most is I love it when I introduce people. They come to one of my shows. So, for example, Josh Fournier and Reese Muniz. They met on my first comedy festival. They didn't know each other before that. And now they do shit together all the time. And in a way, I like being part of that. It makes me happy to bring people together over this crazy thing that we all love and spend way too much time and money on.
For sure.
But anyways, I enough about the festival, but I really hope you guys come. We are going to be papering the town. But we do have tickets online right now. We actually have a VIP wristband, which is a great deal. They are a limited number. They're $100. You can get into basically any show you want for the entire weekend. And then I will just mention that if you don't have the money for the festival, we are doing one final free show. It is on October 3rd. It is out in front of the Power Science Center on the Riverside. It is at 2 p.m. and it's just a community appreciation show. It's open to all of our local comics. We've had a comedy magician who wants to come. Some of our people who didn't make the festival. And I've also told the people that are coming here for the festival, they're welcome to stay if they want to do that. So it's going to be a free show, but we are going to have a little competition during that where we're going to take votes for who the best is of the day. And that person might win a spot next year for the festival. And so that's free. Bring your own chairs, food if you want. There might be food trucks, but it's going to be a great weekend. And I'm really looking forward to just hanging out with my friends.
Me
it's
too.
Gonna be awesome.
It would be cool if there was food trucks and they were parked way the fuck over there.
It's juicy.
So we can't hear people ordering.
Juicy. So I think they'll be good enough because we're going to have the PA system, but we'll see how it goes.
Try to guess people's orders when
Listen,
you're on the mic.
we're used to talking over people in bars. We do open mic at the fucking El Rancho.
That's true. When I think of a new show, I just think about the ideal situation. You know what I mean? Just like any situation.
When's this podcast coming out? Next Friday?
Yeah.
Not today?
Yeah.
Okay, well then I won't mention the El Rancho mic's back on Tuesday then, because it might just come back for 1 week. We'll see.
I said it in the intro for today's podcast because I think about shit like that, and I want it to be a good crowd. Anybody that listens to this,
I
might
have
be
such a good idea. And we're gonna talk about it after this podcast, but yes, I think it'll be fun. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. So that's coming back. We also have a Dolores show. Just so I'll promote Comic Uprising for a second. Dolores show. It's gonna be Zach Beta, Cody Dove, and Emma Z from Durango. That is September 18th. So
tomorrow.
Be not tomorrow.
When this comes out, it is.
Yeah. It'll be tomorrow when this comes out. Thank you, Brian.
In the future.
I was thinking about it. I'll promote it.
Thank you. But yes, that's what we got going on. And yeah, that's awesome. So how's life, Brian? What's up with you, dude?
All kinds of stuff. Yeah, working on my food truck, working on another thing in New Mexico that I'm not ready to talk about.
Is it legal?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
100%. But it's just not there. You know what I mean? So I'm not ready to talk about it. I want to make sure it's got wheels
You
under
sure
it.
are talking about it a lot for not wanting to talk about it.
It's a little different when you're putting it on the internet.
Gotcha.
I'll tell the people that I choose to tell. You know what I mean? That's different. But yeah, I don't know. Thinking about getting a job, maybe
Steamworks?
in a kitchen. Maybe at Steamworks. I went to another restaurant and I was not impressed with the kitchen. Like, it was just dirty.
What? The kitchen was? Well, that speaks highly of Steamworks.
It really does. And I
I think
that
you should get your job back based on that, dude.
I mean, my job's back. I'm just not sure if I'm quite ready. Like, I've accomplished so much with this time not working and I went to fucking Sturgis. I went to Atlanta and Nashville. I could have pulled the Nashville and Atlanta one off with the job, but Sturgis probably would have been a wild card.
The Sturgis thing, did anybody you went with get sick?
Mm-mm.
Have you heard of anybody getting sick from it?
I mean, I saw stories on Google that were
But
like, the South is fucking ridden with COVID.
Yeah. Okay.
But I went with my dad and my uncle. We all work out. Like, my dad and my uncle are on TRT and shit. They're killing it. So
What's TRT?
testosterone replacement therapy.
Oh.
Once you hit a certain age,
It sounds a lot more manly when you call it TRT.
Yeah.
agreed.
TRT.
It's also just shorter. Yeah.
Well.
And I
there's
feel
that.
like once you throw the word therapy in there,
Yeah.
it gets a little feminine.
Softens it a little
Yeah.
bit, which is exactly the opposite of what you want, probably.
Have you ever been to therapy, Bobbo?
If I did, I blacked it out. No, I don't
Been
think
on
so.
stage?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could tell.
My therapy's Rancho. I fucking
Sometimes
love that
that's
place.
mine, but sometimes I have to supplement with like legit therapy,
Right.
just depending on the day and time. But dude, no, comedy's great.
Yeah, my lady, she likes the therapy thing, like, from time to time.
Better
and
than comedy?
A lot of women. Well, she's not really comfortable getting on stage and telling her own thoughts.
But she comes.
She comes. She's a
Yeah.
great supporter.
Yeah,
She brings friends sometimes. You know,
she does bring friends.
It's
I always
nice.
love that.
it's nice to have strangers that haven't heard my jokes necessarily.
And then they're like, "Your boyfriend tells a lot of butthole jokes, Kelly."
Hmm Yeah, I decided one day that I stopped caring what people thought as long as they laugh.
Good.
Like, I have a girlfriend. I don't care if you think I'm attractive or
Cal,
whatever.
I say you. How long have you guys been together? Was it
Couple years.
I say a few years now.
Hmm
I remember before you started really dating.
Me too.
Yeah.
It was weird. I was a
Like
bit
it
of a
doesn't
hoe.
feel like it's been that long since you guys have been together.
Yeah, I mean, she moved in during COVID, so I'd say our relationship was tested. Like, the beginning of COVID, her roommate was coming back from Vegas, like, 2 days after quarantine.
Yeah.
So she was like, "Can I just stay with you for like a week?" I was like, "For sure." And then she just never left.
That was
Just
it,
more
huh?
and more shit showed up. Yeah. And then
Huh.
one day she was like, "So I think I'm gonna stop paying rent at my other place." I was like,
That was your talk about it?
"Yeah."
Nice
And
one,
she
Kelly.
was
Good
she was
job.
paying as much for her room as I pay for this whole place.
You know what?
So-
Property values here are so crazy. They're just, I mean, like, was she in town?
Mm-hmm.
Was
On 10th, like
Right.
half
yeah.
a block from Rancho.
So my sister lived over on like 5th, right by where Dave used, like 5th and
Mhm.
College. And she had this little tiny house. It didn't even have a full bathroom. It had like a shower stall in a corner.
Right.
And my brother and her lived there. My brother lived in the kitchen. We put a spring-loaded curtain rod in the
That's
kitchen
Durango.
and separated it. And it was like $1,800 a month. And
Yeah.
I have a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house with a 2-car garage with a full back and front yard for $1,000 in Cortez.
Yeah, but when you open the door, you're in Cortez. You know what I mean?
I know.
That's the
It's
bummer.
True. That's why I come over to Durango all the time. Fair point, Brian. But
sorry.
I save
Sorry
money
to
on
talk
I
shit.
save money on rent. So,
Yeah, I feel you.
but
This is the cheapest place in Durango. That being said, it takes a lot of maintenance.
yeah.
There's only a special kind of
How's-
person can
how's
live
your,
here.
I say, how's your roof? Does it leak?
I replaced a decent amount of it, like
Yeah.
when I first moved in.
Do you rent? You rent
Mhm.
here? Yeah.
My landlord was like, "Make it livable, no first and last, no fucking security deposit." It's like,
Oh.
word.
Whoa.
So you got some sweat equity in the place.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
And I talked to him like 6 months before I could actually move in because I heard about the place.
Yeah.
Somebody was about to turn it into just like an indoor grow, and then it was gonna rot and get torn down. But I found out about it and talked to him, and I was like, "Bro, I'll go turn off the water lines, blow out the water lines. Like, I'll take care of this place if you
Nice.
fucking tell me I can have it right now."
That's
So
awesome.
I just started like fixing it up. Took a while, and then I moved in, and it was fine.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man. The housing market's crazy right now.
So crazy.
Yeah, less than
Yeah.
$1,000 for
You know, my sister got married to that guy, and he had a place that he owned up by Hermosa, and it was like, it wasn't a modular, but it's like one of those prefab that's like a step above house. I mean, it was a nice place, but kind of in this little subdivision, and they sold it here, and they bought a place in La Plata right across the border.
Right.
That's like 6 acres with like a river going through it, and it's like a 5-bedroom, like 4-bathroom house. Looks like a freaking mansion, and it was like the same price as like what he sold for here.
That's real.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
My great grandparents actually lived here back when it was just a little shit town, you know, and they bought their house for like, I don't know, like $20,000 or something. And then, I don't know, 8 years later, they sold it for like $300,000. Moved to Farmington, bought a nice house in a nice neighborhood.
It's crazy how it's grown. Well, and, you know, I mean, it sucks like being from Durango because, you know, if you can't afford, like, there's so many people that have such awkward living situations. I mean, it's getting to be kind of on par with like Aspen or Vail, where they just cram everybody into a place because nobody can afford an apartment on their own. You know?
Yeah, I don't like going to other people's houses.
No?
Because I forget people have roommates. And in Durango, it's like 6 of them. So, like, you're trying to have a conversation.
Baltimore is probably the only one who doesn't have a roommate, right?
Exactly. People are pushing fucking mountain bikes through the living room because they don't trust them outside.
Yep.
And, like, it's just chaos all the time where I couldn't imagine living in that situation. Like, to get any sense of privacy, you have to go to your room. And me, I mean, I go to my room when it's fucking bedtime. You know what I mean? Like, I love having a house. No, you never got to worry if somebody's taking a shit. Like, that's the worst.
You can just sit on the couch naked. I get it.
Sharing a bathroom with my girlfriend is as far as I'm willing to go from now on. And if we buy a house, I prefer would have 2 bathrooms. Just like have a dude
I could
bathroom.
actually have 2 different houses. I could be married to somebody and live in a different house than them. So I get it. Totally.
Is that the dream?
Yes, 100%.
Sounds like the dream.
Yeah.
After my last relationship, I was convinced that I just need to meet a girl that is willing to have a kid with me and then, like, travel. Like, because I was a little fucked up.
You want the Brian King life?
Well, I meant without the woman.
Yeah, I was going to ask that.
Yeah.
You just want to take the child and leave the woman?
Well, maybe, like, you know, split time with the kid or something, or maybe a woman that's not interested, maybe a surrogate situation.
So you just want, like, a little, like...
I thought I wanted a little bro.
Like a little mini-me?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird, Brian.
Well, my last relationship fucked me up a little bit, so I definitely...
It made you want to have a child without a woman?
Well, I always wanted to have a kid.
Yeah?
Like, I'm
you
the
still want kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Little ginge kids running around.
They will be so ginger.
Fucking sunscreen, big hats. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Kelly's a pretty ginger. She's not like the obnoxious ginger.
No, she's gorgeous. Her brother's a good-looking cat, like big-ass ginge.
I don't know if I've ever seen her brother before.
I've only met him like once.
I met Bianca's brother, but never.
Yeah, he's weird. I don't hate him.
No, he's cool guy.
He's weird on stage.
I remember
the most lasting impression is him on stage, and that's rough.
He was trying to be deep. Yeah.
Yeah. I knew her brother and sister the first time I saw him. I was like, yep, definitely.
Oh, Bianca and her brother.
Yep.
Yeah, totally. They looked just like each other. Yeah.
Very handsome woman. He's a very pretty man.
Oh, we love you, Bianca.
I love Bianca. She knows this.
Yeah. Well, she busts my balls online. She's like, "You're fucking old, bitch." Whatever. It's fine. We're good.
Should fuck her up. Is that why she's not on the festival or no?
No.
Okay. I was just checking.
I didn't do
Just
the judging.
wondering.
That's why I said I had 3 people.
You were not involved.
I was tangentially involved, but I was not involved to the level. Like, I will be honest with you. My Durango comics, did I judge them? Did I judge any of them?
No.
I did not judge any of the Durango comics.
But I could see you if somebody like stood out to you. You would be like, "Yo, I really like
I will
this
say,
person."
I will say that Jacob Jonas's video from the Gotham Comedy Club did make me cry a little bit, but I was pretty high on tabs.
Yeah, the first time I watched it on YouTube,
I cried.
I was like, "Oh my god,
dude!" It made me cry. Jacob Jonas, you made me cry because I was so proud of you. So yeah. Yes, but no, I did not judge any of the Durango comics. I abstained from voting because I didn't feel like that would be fair. And again, I think that kind of goes against what, like I said, I'm not saying that nepotism doesn't exist, but what I am saying is this is like, for something like that, I think everybody should get a chance. All of us in every fucking scene have been working our asses off.
for sure."
We have all been working our asses off. Comedy is having like a resurgence right now. And I love it. I love going. I mean, I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to Denver, Phoenix, and I'm just seeing everybody loving it. And everyone deserves a shot.
Yeah,
So.
I need to go to Denver. I'm gonna go to Denver.
Are you?
Make some more friends.
You know what? Talk to Josh Harrison and go down to Phoenix too.
I will. Yeah.
I say that Sonoran Showcase room he has is a really cool room. That's where Callie went to, and I went and saw him. She was on that show, and Rob maybe, and a few other people were like one who doesn't really care for me, but I don't care for him either. Callie was there. Yeah, but no, it was good. But yeah, no, Josh has got a good room going down there for sure.
I'm sure he's a beast. He's a force. Josh Harrison is a goddamn force.
You know, it's so funny. The first time I did the show with him, when he came out, I don't even remember what he said, but he came out super cocky, and I remember thinking immediately, like, I'm not gonna like this guy. And then he like flipped it on me so quick, where I was like, oh my god, he's so cute. Like he's really masterful at like taking an audience through that fucking journey. I think he's an excellent comedian. Very, very impressed by him for sure.
Yeah.
So
when I first went down there, I flew. And I was going to be there for like a week. So I was like, I'm going to hit as many mics as I can. And I went to the first mic, got snubbed kind of. But all I could remember was being like, man, I could really use some weed. And then I saw Dustin Cade walk in. I was like, that motherfucker's got
actually,
some weed.
Dustin's going to be here for the festival. He's coming up with Bubba.
Nice.
And I think he's going to jump on the 6ix9ine show. So, yep, Dustin will be here. Hey, Dustin.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he'll be coming here. And, yeah.
That's dope.
That'll be fun. So.
Yeah. But they got me high, Dustin and Josh, because they're boys. And then I saw them. I got snubbed the first night. Whatever. It is what it is.
Who was running the mic?
Doesn't matter.
Pass me that lighter.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. I kind of forget his name in the moment. But yeah, they told me the next night how to set it up, and they were like, "We'll be here, and then after that, you could hit this place and this place if you hustled." You know what I mean? So
Was that when you went with Dave or what?
No, I was there by myself.
Oh, nice.
I was there for Thanksgiving to see my mom and stuff. But yeah, so I showed up the next night, and as I walked by them on the patio, they were like, "Hey," and I was like, fuck yeah, at least I got some friends to talk to.
I know.
You know, at least I'm kind of in on the comedy scene.
You know what I kind of like is because so whenever since we have so many mutual friends from like other scenes, like they'll see your name, but they don't know who you are. But then when they meet you, they're like, "Oh, I know who you are."
Right.
And I'll admit I get a little bit of an ego because like one time Dave and I were up at Wide Right and I heard somebody say, "Comic Uprising, they're kind of a big deal," and I was like, "Yeah, you know." And then Dave's like, "Stop it, you're being obnoxious." But yeah, I like that. I like that how we have that with the other scenes where they know who we are, even if they don't know us, you know?
Well, yeah, and I mean, you book comics from other scenes, they tell their friends, and they're like, yeah, this Comic Uprising, whatever.
We've been doing some good stuff. Well, all of us have been. I mean, you've been doing good stuff. You're doing stuff in New Mexico. You got the podcast.
Yeah.
You got to go down to Atlanta again soon.
I did like Atlanta. I like Nashville more. I didn't get to do comedy in Nashville because
I saw you saw Max Turner.
I was with Max every day.
What's that fully up to?
Not comedy.
What? Why not Max Turner?
Because I kind of get where he's coming from a little. I think he just had a couple hard situations, a couple hard rooms that didn't go well for him. But then he got this really good job, and he got promoted in the job, and he's like
It's okay.
managing builds and shit.
He'll
and
come back to it.
Talking about flipping houses. But yeah, I would love for him to start writing again.
I started stand-up before I went to law school, and then I became a lawyer, and then I came back to comedy. We always come back to it.
Yeah,
so.
I'm scared to leave.
Yeah.
I know how hard it is. Like, if you're not in the flow.
When did you start?
It was like January 29th that year, 2019.
Seriously? That's it?
Uh-huh.
Dude, it feels like you've been around forever.
Yeah. Small scene. It's amazing.
January 29th of 2019. I'm gonna write that down. Comedy anniversary.
That's still a couple years though.
When did you start?
Yeah, but with COVID.
Yeah, true. 2018, about mid of April 2018.
April 28th. Where did you go? Denver?
Yeah, Denver. And that's the craziest part is all the guys from Denver that are out here. They are the ones that like really put me under their wing and like taught me a lot about comedy. Like,
nice.
It's crazy how that worked out.
The nice people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we like to have that group of people. There's a group of good people.
I feel like the Dead Room Boys definitely dismissed me the first time I tried to talk to them, and then I was like, yo, so I got this podcast, and they were like, oh, yeah?
Marketing opportunity? What?
I started the podcast a year before I started comedy, and I think it was just to get comfortable on a mic and, like, being aware that other people are hearing you, and they criticize you and shit. Like, I got in a lot of trouble when I first started. I pissed off a lot of people.
I actually think I made a mistake because I think you and Drew started about the same time, and I think I said Drew ran Dead Room Comedy. You guys, no, we don't. Do you remember that? Like, I think I messed you guys up one time on stage, like when you first started. But I knew you had come from the podcast. I knew you had that background first, so.
Yeah, and I think it was just to get the balls to do this. And
really?
My old co-host Phil knew Dave,
Yeah.
And they took me to a Steamworks party. They had an extra ticket or whatever. And I met Dave that night, and I was like, yo, dog, you should come on this podcast. And then me and Dave became instant friends, like,
Dave
on
is
the
awesome.
podcast. And then, yeah, I just started going to every mic. And then the third one I went to, I went up.
I can't wait for Dave to come back.
Because Kat called me a pussy.
Of course you did.
She was like, why are you being a pussy? You have your notebook right there. Just go on stage. Like,
You
just
kind of
try it.
almost sounded like her. I
Yeah.
wish she was coming. I really
know.
do. I
It was good to
actually
see her.
Tones was like, I'll buy her a ticket. I don't know, but I was like, dang, I wish she was coming. But I miss her. I miss them so much. They're great people, but I'm glad they're doing good in Atlanta.
They were so hospitable.
Yeah, well,
They put us up. She had pot roast ready.
Aw.
She had
No
fucking,
way.
yeah.
do you know what
went
they?
to,
Do you know what they've been doing? Do you know what their new hobby is? Dude, I'm not even bullshitting you. They play tennis.
oh, I know.
They play tennis like motherfuckers. And he accidentally meant to text her, and he's like, no. Something, I lobbed and it's 0, 15, 30, 45. And I was like, please tell me you're arguing about tennis with somebody. He's like, yeah, Kat and I play a lot now. And I was like, do you wear those little white shorts? he said no. But I pictured him with a little sweatband and white shorts and a white polo.
I mean, if you're going to fucking do it, fucking do it.
Go hard,
But
Dave.
I
White.
I didn't get to see that side of Dave. Right when I got there, he just relapsed into drunk Dave, like Durango Dave.
He actually I don't think that's Durango Dave. I think it's just we were all partying, but you know, I mean, I'm sure we'll all have a good time, but
well,
yeah.
Just because we talk a lot, and he was like updating me on how much he's exercising and all that shit.
He's
when
all
we were
healthy.
there, we were just drunk and eating like terrible but delicious food. I had the best Cuban food at this place called Poppy's.
I've only had Cuban food in one place, and it was actually at Gloria Estefan's restaurant, and it was not good.
I don't know Gloria Stefan, but
You know,
any
like
restaurant with a name on it probably.
Gloria Estefan was a 1980s like pop singer.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
And
Oh,
she
you
bought a
would know.
restaurant?
yeah, a Cuban restaurant.
I mean, what the fuck does she know about cooking?
Apparently not much because the food was terrible.
But me.
But,
I feel like right when you see somebody's name on a restaurant, you're like, I don't know about all that.
well, I will say this: like, I will never eat at an 80s pop stars restaurant again. So yeah,
Tight.
yeah.
I feel like when football players buy restaurants, like it just doesn't go
Dude, the
well.
Don
usually.
Shula Steakhouse at Disney World has like a $900 fucking steak. Don Shula Steakhouse.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know who Don Shula is?
Who's Don Shula?
Football.
When ish?
I don't know. It's just a football name I know.
I was
Come on,
born
I
in
was trying to
1990,
sound
I
really
don't
sportsy. God.
Yeah, he's older, 80s, yeah.
Rob
Coach
knows
of
who
the
he is.
Dolphins.
Yeah.
I think they had the perfect season.
Rob, I'm so glad
Really?
you're
Pretty
here.
sure. I think
Perfect
so.
season,
I'm
Don
not
Shula.
positive, but I think they were close.
Are you nervous, Bobbo?
This is the first podcast I ever done.
I know,
you.
but you need to speak with your chest, man. You're just talking among friends.
I don't know how loud I am.
You sound great. Sounds fantastic.
That's what those headphones are for. You're fine. You can just match Jill's volume.
I have to pull back. I have to pull back. Thank you. Actually, solid with the Don Shula, though, because I was really proud of myself that I probably for the first time ever got
Played for the
a
Dolphins.
sports reference.
No,
but
he's a coach.
he was a coach.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has a steakhouse at Disney World. It's $900 steak. $900. You could buy a cow for that almost.
At least a good chunk of one.
Exactly. Yeah. So
My dad just gave me a shitload of beef. They bought a cow.
grass fed.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Nice.
Delicious. We
You got any soup bones you want to get rid of?
we just made pot roast.
Oh, damn. Well, I need to get some too. Yeah.
I
Did you
love
go in on?
food.
Did you go in on it with him?
No, I didn't even know about it. It's not like he offered it. You know what I mean? He just
say
I
I've
was
gone
there
in
and he
on it
was
before.
like, "Here's a box. Go in there, take what you want."
I wish my parents would do that. My parents are like, it's $8 a pound. They just went and got a half a beef too. But
$8 a pound. I mean,
it's not really $8 a pound. That's my parents charging me. Yeah.
rude,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
rude.
They just But no.
I would be down. Me and my buddies have talked about going half freeze on a cow. I'll
It's-
just put a fucking deep freeze on the porch.
I got a deep freeze freaking Facebook online yard sale, $50.
Yeah.
The only thing wrong with it was the dome light went out, and I replaced the bulb, and that was it. And I have that whole thing filled.
I just did that in
During
my fridge.
during quarantine,
Game
I
changer.
bought a ton of stuff just because I didn't know what was gonna happen. I got that whole thing filled up. So
Yeah, and we're in the middle of goddamn nowhere.
yep, we are in a food desert. We are in a true Michelle Obama food desert here.
I mean, people actually farm around here, though. I mean, there are cows.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
I've had a
there
few-
is food.
there is, but there's
Everybody
a lot
has
of hay.
a garden.
There's a lot of hay. Like as far as like food commodities, though, we don't do a lot. We do like alfalfa, hay.
But most people that grow hay. I mean, you're right. We don't have a lot of veggies. A lot of people have their own garden, but most people that grow hay run cattle in the winter.
Yeah.
So there's cows around.
Yeah.
I like cows.
Do you?
Yeah, it's like my favorite food.
I like them okay. I like chicken better. Actually, I love shrimp. I'm a shrimp person.
Chicken's fine.
I'll eat
It's kinda
shrimp all
boring.
day long. But what's that?
Chicken's fine. It's kind of boring.
Well, see, I think that's what I like about it. It's like it's just a blank slate. You can make it whatever.
Fair enough.
You can make it whatever. Spicy, sweet. You can do whatever you want with it. Breaded, fried.
I like a pork shoulder.
I actually do. Is your food truck gonna be barbecue or what?
Not sure.
You haven't decided what your topic?
That was the plan, was smoked meats and stuff, but I think I'm gonna have my buddy run it. It's like his dream to run a food truck.
So you're just gonna be the behind the scenes?
Investment.
Okay.
Looking at it as an investment.
Okay. So what kind of food?
I don't know. Whatever he wants.
You know what is a really good option? Just throwing this out there. A lot of people like soups and salads. They're hard to come by. Even in the food truck world. Think about it.
Especially in the food truck world.
It's like, I mean, honestly.
It's like the least convenient thing to do.
No.
Kinda.
I love soups and salads.
I know,
That's what I
but
go get for lunch every day.
No, it's inconvenient to maintain.
Not really if you got a couple soup tureens and put them in a set-in thing and just like did like 4 soups a day. Hey, we're the soup fan. I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah, everybody wants to eat soup and drive home.
Okay, fine. Fair enough. I just like soup, Brian.
I know. I feel you, dog. I had soup the other day. It was fantastic.
Have you been to that Sage Farm Fresh here in town?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God. I love it so much.
I don't eat out a whole lot.
No?
No, because when I usually think about my options, I'm like, Like, I feel like I've been there, done that.
Yeah, there's
Durango's such a small place.
We actually, I say we're going to go check out Fired Up Pizzeria because they got cauliflower crust. Have you had that?
Yeah, but I'm lactose intolerant.
Cauliflower, does it have cheese in it?
No, but pizza does.
Oh, well, you can get it without cheese. You are lactose
A no
intolerant.
cheese pizza sucks.
Okay.
I mean, it's
a
fine.
flatbread. I get it.
If you end up at a pizza
Can you
place,
have like soy cheese?
Probably, but I don't know. Soy's all weird. It's
There's
got
that
like
cashew
estrogen.
cheese. They have cashew cheese.
Yeah, I've tried that. It's more of a queso situation.
Yeah, not really a melted thing.
And super melted, not like pizza
Well, I mean,
cheese
not
though.
like
It's
yeah.
like dip a chip in.
Okay, no, I meant like the pizza melted, but yeah.
Yeah, not really.
Huh.
It's like thick. Imagine ground up
Have
cashews.
you ever tried cashew? Really?
Yeah, I mean,
Like a paste?
yeah, like peanut butter, kinda.
Have you tried cashew cheese?
Cashew cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah, I made spinach dip with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell
Is
yeah.
it good?
Yeah. If you
It-
do
Is
it.
it like
fucking tastes like
is it like
cheese.
cream cheese?
No, it kind of tastes like queso.
Spinach dip and cashew cheese.
But
All right,
I
I'm
will
gonna
tell
write
you,
down.
make sure you desalt the cashews
Super
before
salty.
you start cooking it. Yeah.
I just have raw ones
definitely
anyway.
did that one time.
Cashew cheese. All right, cool. Thanks for the notepad, Brian.
Every once in a while, it comes in handy. I usually just write down intro shit that because I never re-listen to the whole thing. How's the goddamn time before I edit it? Like, because I don't edit out information. If something crazy happens and you're like, yeah, I fucking shot a motherfucker last night. Like, yeah, I'll go back and edit that. Like, if you go to prison, I will edit that.
Oh
But
God.
that's the kind of shit you write down.
Yeah. No, I don't have anything like that. I just did karaoke last night, so nothing exciting that you got to blank out.
When's the last time you got in like a grown-up fight?
You mean like a physical fight?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I feel like you're the kind of person that could.
I really don't even want to admit this on the podcast, but you put me to
Just
it.
don't be specific-ish.
No, I've never been in a physical altercation in my entire life. Never before, except for with my brother, who I've given a bloody nose to, and my sister, who I've given a bloody nose to. That's it.
Doesn't really count.
But
Yeah,
this
one punch
is
each.
what I found out.
You've thrown
So,
2 punches in your whole life.
I've always had a more commanding presence as a female, and my sister, who was a couple years younger than me, worked with a girl that I went to high school with, and after I graduated, she told my sister that I was a really mean ass bitch and I fucked people up all the time, which is apparently the rumor I had no idea about, but people were scared of me, so no one ever fucked with me.
That's the energy you carry. You carry that, like,
Yeah.
people didn't fuck with me in high school
I
energy.
literally never got into a fight with anybody ever. In fact, Megan, my best friend, the one with the mohawk, her and I were gonna fight each other because we got into a fight in choir class because I was talking shit, and she heard me. Was like, "What the fuck did you say?" And we were gonna meet each other in the parking lot. We were both scared to do it, so we sat in the band room and talked it out. and became best friends that day. We did. We became best friends like that moment. And yeah, we never had a fight in the parking lot. I've never been in a physical fight with anybody, but I will tell you this. There have been a couple of times in my life where I've had that fucking fight or flight where I'm like, oh man, I'm going to fuck somebody up. And I felt that feeling. And usually as soon as it happens, I burst into tears. Like, yeah.
It's your defense mechanism. It's your playing possum.
Tears are very helpful in certain occasions. But yes. No, no, there you go. I don't
Are you aggressive with cops?
Yes. I also feel like I shouldn't say this on the podcast, but here goes.
What about Instagram?
Here you goes. You always answer their questions with questions. It confuses them. I've gotten on so many things because I don't ever do anything wrong. Of course, I'm naturally delightful and I am a law-abiding citizen.
You're just high cruise control. That's how I drive.
Well, I'll tell you, the last time I got one of the last times I got pulled over, Dave actually was still living here, and it was after one of our shows, and I had been over at Dave and Kat's house, and we had been like counting the money, and just sitting there bullshitting and talking about stuff, and I left Dave's house, and right across the street, the state trooper was just sitting there, just waiting to see a car drive. So I had gotten into, that's when I had wrecked the 4Runner and the front light was out. So that, when you knock out the front signal, the back one blinks faster. So he followed me all the way from Dave's house out to the highway. And then once I got on the highway, after turning right 3 fucking times, he pulls me over and comes up to the window and is like, do you know why I pulled you over? And I was like, no. Why? I was going the speed limit. And he's like, well, you have a front tail light out. And I said, that's interesting. How did you see it? Because you were behind me the entire time. You followed me all the way from 5th in college.
Yeah.
When it clicks faster, that means one's out.
So yeah, anyways, that's what he said. And I said, okay, cool. So you didn't see my front tail light out. Is that correct? And he said, hold on, I'm going to go check your license. And he came back and handed it back to me and said, how much alcohol have you had to drink? And I said, nothing. It's water. Would you like to test it? And he handed me back my ID and said, thank you, Miss Carlson. And I drove away. And then Dave called me. I was like, dude, what the fuck happened? I saw him follow you. And I was like, oh, I got out of it. I talked shit to him. And he's like, you can't talk shit to cops. And I was like, well, Dave, I just did. So yeah. Yeah, no, I've gone on a few things. My brother almost got busted big time in Utah.
But you were with him?
Totally got him out. My brother about shit his pants. He had his dab rig and everything on him. Had just taken a big old dab in some bushes, and a cop approached us.
Saw you.
He thought we were actually a domestic violence altercation. There was a couple at the bar fighting, and we left around the same time. And when I realized what they were doing, I was like, "Oh God, no! He's my brother. Gross!" But my brother was just like,
yeah,
the whole time because we had been
because he was breaking the law, and when a cop approaches you in
multiple ways, and then I was like, "Why are you yelling at us? It's a parking lot in the gas station, and there's people over there that are screaming at you. They need your help." And he didn't even ask for my ID. He doesn't even know what my name is. Cop confused him. You can always tell the rookies.
Yeah, but I heard you like Mark Zuckerberg though.
Fuck Mark Zuckerberg. Asshole.
I know how you feel about that.
Did you hear about those Google glasses or those Facebook he was telling me about? Have you heard about it?
And Ray-Bans.
Tell them what it is.
So basically you have these, they look exactly like Ray-Bans, like you can't tell the difference between them and regular ones, and you can record, like all you have to do is like touch the side and it'll start recording whatever you're looking at.
I feel like that's the future. Everything's going to be recorded.
It's so much easier. You don't have to pull your phone out, find the camera half the time.
Yeah, but how many motherfuckers are going to keep these charged? You know what I mean? Unless they give your life stats.
Here's my thing. Why do they need to know fucking everything about us?
Because it makes them money.
No. You know what? I'm a marketing person. I love marketing. I like marketing better than sex. But I don't like this new evil type of fucking privacy invasion marketing. It's gross. There's a way to market. And
nobody said it wasn't gross.
Dude, I hate it so much.
Anything that is solely for the purpose of making money is gross.
Well, no, I disagree with that. I love making money, but I do it in an honest, clean, and kind way.
I said solely for the purpose of making money.
Okay, well, there is
that
extra
makes it gross.
Okay. Fair enough.
Just because you're trying to be moral, you're trying to not fucking just steal people's information and sell it to advertisers so they can more effectively fucking target you.
Yeah. I just like to be like, hey, give us your name and number. We're going to put your name in a drawing. That's how I usually do it. Right. That way I get it. And then they get the chance of getting something that's a benefit from it. So
then you text them.
Yeah.
All the time.
Probably. I don't know. I'm not a big texter.
Fair enough. I like to talk to people. Especially when I'm driving. Nothing pisses me off more than somebody that texts me more than once while I'm driving.
I
it's
take
like,
it back.
God damn it. You
I
didn't
do-
get okay.
I
Like,
do text a lot, but I voice text everything.
That's
I
tight.
realize that. Yeah, I voice text a lot.
Yeah, I've accidentally voice texted and yelled at somebody driving like an asshole.
Oh, I
and then
voice texted
sent
some
that.
inappropriate things for sure.
Oh.
For sure.
And I'm scared. I don't turn on my Siri. I don't want that bitch hearing what.
you-
Here, I know I'm being recorded. I don't need, like, every moment. Because when people call me, there's most of the time I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, it pisses me off. And just versions of that emotion.
Yeah.
You know? Many phrases, but that feeling.
I got a free Alexa thing, and I plugged it in once, and at first it was cool. It was like, Alexa, play Yacht Rock, but then sometimes it would just start talking randomly whenever I would say things, and I was like, I've unplugged it. I never plugged it back in.
Scares me.
Well, and then I found out that Kylan had a Google Home hidden, like, in the dead center of our house when I got all, like, paranoid at the beginning of COVID, like, get all of the electronic devices out of here, and then he had a Google Home right in the middle of my fucking house, so, yeah. Anyways.
Yeah? You doing some mafia shit over there?
No, I just didn't know what was going on. And, you know, at the beginning of quarantine, I didn't know what was happening. You know, and they're like, they're going to come around and get you all and they're going to take you into camps. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I feel like Cortez is a perfect place in Durango. I mean, we're going to hear about that shit before it comes. Like, I live out of town. I have guns. I have dogs. Like, it's going to take them a couple days to get me out of here.
I will say this. We're the last place on fucking earth that they want to do anything.
Well, all the cities are going to hit first.
That's why, yeah, get on
New
the
York.
cities.
You have to have a vaccine to walk into any establishment.
Yeah.
That's
Damn.
I bet the
crazy.
Instacart people are fucking crushing right now.
Yeah, especially all these people had COVID babies and now they don't want to go to the store and bring it back to their kids. They're like, fuck.
COVID babies.
My buddy had a kid in May, I believe.
I had
or
a friend
June.
who had a kid in May too. Yeah.
Like 2020. It was fucking crazy.
Is his kid have social issues?
I mean, she's only like 1.5.
Was she healthy? Pretty healthy?
Yeah, luckily.
good.
I mean, I feel like all babies have some issues. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know specifics, and it's also not my main business, but yeah, it's just the whole not having family surrounding you
Yep.
going through that.
Yep.
Like, they went home and it was just them and the kid.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
first time parents, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
his mom has like MS, so there's like some stuff there.
Yeah.
And everybody was scared of COVID. There's a lot of old people around, so they didn't want to take it back to the old people who they help
Oh,
out
I
daily.
can see that,
So it was
yeah.
just them and their first baby.
That's crazy. That would be crazy. Yeah, I mean, my mom helped me a lot. I had my first kid, you know, in 2001, or my only kid, 2001. But, you know, my parents helped out a lot.
I can
You
only
know,
imagine.
They took me to and from the hospital. My mom was going to be my Lamaze coach, you know, like in there with me. And, you know, they helped me out a lot. They helped me go to law school, you know. So, I mean, it would be tough. I didn't even think about that. That's a good point.
Yeah, well, I just know that without my grandparents, like my parents got divorced pretty quickly after they
Yeah.
had me, so I'm sure they supported each other, but imagine my dad was just trying to make money to support a family.
Sure.
And then, you know, I think my grandparents were huge in
Yeah.
that.
Instrumental, I'm sure. Yeah.
And there was no concern that passing me off to my parents was going to get them, kill them.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Well, I say, you know, I just think that's important with that. I think about like how people kind of acted out of COVID. Some people had a hard time readjusting to like social life again.
Well, and I think they might have been the bigger barrier just because they had a newborn.
Yeah.
And they were like,
Yeah, like they don't want to do anything
They
to
have a
jeopardize that.
pretty conservative family.
Yeah.
So they were kind of like, fuck masks, which I kind of get behind.
Oh,
I don't want them to come back.
really?
I don't want them to come back. I don't want them to come
You
back.
know what? Okay, I'm gonna
I
say
wore it
let's
to be
let's
polite.
just say what
I just
it
don't want
is.
it to come back.
The masks have been proven. There are thousands of scientific
And I'm
studies saying
vaccinated.
that they don't. Masks they're not that effective. I understand that they do decrease, but the hype and the way that they were able to politicize it, it's ridiculous. We know that they're not that effective like they were, you know. So I don't think they're going to come back because even Forbes magazine had an article the other day about the impact of masks on kids. Like the narrative is starting to shift away from what it was
It
last year.
fucks with me. When
Yeah.
I saw people smile openly, like as a group on stage,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen that. Like, because I worked at Steamworks, every single person I ever saw, other than my girlfriend or like my tight homies, was wearing a mask.
Yeah,
And it fucks with your head.
yeah.
Like, I need people to smile when I say shit. That's why I say shit.
Yeah.
like at gas stations. Like if I
You
have one
need
interaction.
validation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started a new job a few months ago, and I didn't even know what my coworkers looked like for a good month until they finally lifted the ban. But
On the face masks.
I am a firm believer that the more masks, the better. Probably you should do like 5 or 6 just to be safe. That's right. You heard it. Bobbo for the masks.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, why aren't you wearing one now, dipshit?
Are you selling masks? Is that what you're saying? You're about to announce your new mask company?
Yep.
I thought about making Greenlight Weekend masks. I was like, they're required.
Well, I was gonna say I actually did get a couple that were pretty cute, but I noticed a lot of the ones that are more fashionable are not breathable, and I made that mistake in court because I had to go to court and I'm having to talk a lot.
Leopard
And I
print.
get sucking the mask into my mouth where it feels like I'm out of breath, and the judge is probably like, "Oh my god, she's having a heart attack." And so I finally just had to like hold the mask out here, and so
It's all wet and shit.
But those little cheap blue and white like fabricy paper ones, those are the best masks. They are like the hospital style ones.
They're good for glasses.
Well, they're good for glasses, and
think this'll fit around?
they're good for
it's mesh, Bobbo.
yeah, but I don't know. Like I said, I think that they're I get that why they need to be there, but I think that they're never going to get compliance, number one, and so continuing to have people scream about
New
masks.
Mexico's there.
Who is?
New Mexico. They're wearing masks.
Everybody.
I mean, they're
Dude,
supposed
you
to.
were in that No Worry Sports Bar with me that night
No,
before
I'm
they
saying
shut it
right
down again.
now.
Well, yeah, because they have to, but I guarantee you they're
I
not.
heard Farmington's a little loosey-goosey.
Yeah, Farmington.
savages.
Dude, Farmington's like the
My
Cortez
people.
of New Mexico.
It's
Let's
too
be
hot there.
honest.
That was
Yeah.
It's like 105 degrees there. You're not trying to wear a mask.
Yeah, well, I say when we went there, that No Worries, that was the day. Remember, they were going to shut it down again, and we did that show there.
Yeah.
And they were like, tonight's the last night, we're going to shut it down again. And everybody, that bar was fucking packed, wall to wall, no one wearing a mask. I wasn't wearing a mask.
On
You
the door,
weren't.
it said not to.
It said not to. I
Yeah.
didn't see that.
On the
part.
door, it was like,
The only thing I noticed
mask
about
not welcome, I believe.
the only thing I noticed about that bar is the late. Did you know where the ladies' room is in relation
Mm-hmm.
to that bar? It's the furthest away down a hallway that's enclosed. And I thought, man, if there was ever a shooter in here, all the chicks in the bathroom are fucked. That was
Most
that
long
was the
hallways
thought I
have an
had.
emergency exit at the end,
Yeah.
especially at an airport.
Well, this one didn't. It was
Mm.
just a walled off thing with a woman's room sequestered in a corner where we would have all died if there was a shooter.
Well,
I don't know why that's the
trust
thought
me-
that came to my mind, but
trust me
was.
when I say the old bathroom was way worse. Not
I-
as far as distance, but you had to walk into the airport,
know-
and then there was this ghetto ass little bathroom that there was either a fight, drugs being done, or something. 2 toilets.
why
in the
is
men's
there
room.
so few bars in Farmington?
Because they get shut down.
Dude, Top Deck.
Because crazy shit. Every single time I went to Top Deck,
Top Deck
somebody
is
got
the
maced in
grossest.
the parking lot. Every
So-
time.
Top Deck was this like heavy metal club, and it was a 2-story, and in the women's restroom it had that like particle board ceiling, and the toilet above the toilets was leaking water, and I'm like, it is gonna the roof is gonna collapse. Like
One day.
dude, it was the foulest. I waited to go to the bathroom at like the Pancake House across the street because I was like, no.
That's part of the fun. You get a little roof dust in your drink.
It was-
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, I
man.
went to this
So
bar
gross.
in Atlanta, McCracken's. They had bathrooms everywhere. I went to 3 different ones. Because every one was worse than the last. And I was like, there's got to be.
Like separate bathrooms?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
There's bathroom upstairs. Because it's like an old school like shotgun pub. It was pretty sick.
Yeah.
It was pretty sick.
Had character.
I loved it. I did good on stage. I loved it.
It was
it's my
your
new-
spot. It was your type of spot. I get it.
It's my spot in fucking Atlanta now. Irish pub?
You know,
I'm
it's
Irish.
do you think that there's certain types of like bars and clubs that you like better, like certain vibes that you like?
Rancho.
You
Love
miss that shit. I know you do.
I love it.
We're gonna.
It's where I did my first set, and
I'll
it's
talk
where
to
I
you.
first figured out how to talk to people in that environment because I had to, and I was just eating shit night after night, and then I did well
You
at
know
laugh
what?
therapy one night.
You
Went
know
there.
what? You know what? Actually, I'm glad that you said that because this is another thing. Thinking of Balmforth. Balmforth just did terrible jokes for years. Not years, but for a while at Rancho. And then one night he was at Strader and he did the same fucking joke. And I still remember Kate and I were just like, what the hell? Like it was so different. And that maybe it's the room. Maybe it's the training room.
There's different kinds of rooms.
Dude, I didn't even think about
and
that.
he speaks in bit, like on stage. He speaks in bit. I feel like he can adapt, but it's always like extreme. And if you don't like him right off the bat, it's hard to win him over.
He
with
is
Bomb Force.
polarizing.
But in a showcase situation, always crushes.
Dude, always. Like,
Every
it
time.
was, it really definitely made me think. Like, that's one of the things I like about this is watching you guys, like, kind of navigate through the different stuff. Seeing people's videos, seeing different videos is such a good experience. I like, just kind of watching how everybody's evolved and how they, when you can see where people need help.
For sure.
When you start to know about it more, which is cool. But no, El Rancho's coming back. Like I said, I'll talk to you about it. I have a lot of stuff going on. I'm a busy lady.
I'm excited to hear about it. See?
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember one night did Laugh Therapy, did well, went to Rancho and started soft. Elliott bombed, Jacob bombed, Josh bombed, and then it was like me. And I was like,
you're like, great.
Great. Like, and to come from such a high of Laugh Therapy to just go eat shit across the road. It was one of the hell nights. It happened all the time.
Yeah.
But I was doing something, and I saw everybody start talking to each other, and then I said cocaine, and everybody looked at me. I was like, oh, I got you,
Durango.
motherfuckers.
You're the Durango whisperer.
It's like, I got you, motherfuckers. And then I just realized if you want their attention, you got to bring heat. You don't have to say cocaine, but you got to bring the sauce, baby.
That's one of the things. So like we were talking about earlier, because we were talking about just in bigger cities where they might not follow the order of a mic. And I've had thoughts about it, because there's sometimes where I'm like, no, when they sign up, that's where they should be on the list. But then I also have lists where it's like lower key comic, mellow comic. And I'm like, frick, we have like 4 or 5 of them right in a row. And not that
clear a room.
It will clear a room, and it's not that they're bad comics. It's just like the energy has to be at a mic, and I think that's what I think Emma's is doing really good. Emma's mic is really, the energy vibe in there is just so much better than it used to be with her mics, and I think Rancho was missing that, and I'm hoping it comes back. But I think it's been missing that
for sure. Yeah, something's going on. I think it was really, really hot one week.
Dude, that week was awful.
So hot, and then it just kind of
broken. The toilets weren't working. It was an awful fucking week. It was one of the worst shows I've ever done.
The next week something happened, and it just like people were like, "I'm not trying to do that again."
This is what I'll say. I feel like there was things. No disrespect to anybody.
No, I love.
There was things beyond my control. There was things beyond my control, which was very frustrating me, because I had to say, yes, I get it. I fucking hate this right now, but at the end of the day, I have a duty to the person who booked me, and I have to put on a show, and so. It was really hard to keep up that energy when the whole room was like, fuck this, and I guess I'll be honest that's the thing in my career that I haven't figured out yet. I haven't figured out when we get into that bad situation, how to turn it around.
You got to count on your comics and move your comics around. I feel like we kind of position ourselves, like me, Drew, Callie, we definitely look at the list and be like, all right, this is a good place for me. Because I think it's good for the mic. I want the night to go well.
We've done that with 48. And see, that's what I think, I think where I made a mistake, and nothing against Drew or Tones, but I think I made a mistake the last time when I booked, because I was like, okay, fine, I'll just run it and I'll sit back and watch. And I handled the money and I handled the promotion, but I sat back and watched, and it wasn't that they did a bad job, but I think should have been more attentive to the energy. And, whenever that way whenever I came at Tones and was like, hey, play happier music, he wasn't like, what the fuck, because I didn't really set it up right, and I don't fault them for that. I fault myself for that. I mean, I can admit where I maybe made the vibe wrong, and I'm really actively thinking about how to turn it around, but I needed to take a break from it.
I never saw that you made the vibe wrong. I just saw the environmental circumstances.
Dude, it
made people not want to be there because it was so
that's
hot.
What was so frustrating to me is when I have the bar owner kind of, I mean, like I said, I don't feel, not the owner as a manager, and I don't feel disrespect. I mean, I don't want him to interpret this as disrespect, but where it was like, well, yeah, people aren't enjoying it. I'm like, dude, I put on a fucking show with 18 comics in 108-degree heat, and you gave us a box fan.
And everybody tried that.
And we tried. Off. We fucking tried. We tried so hard.
And the box fan was blowing the curtain into you and shit.
I said that curtain looked like what my swimsuit bottom looks like going down one of those fucking water slides. Just, but I mean, I tried. And that's where I try not to let my ego get too much in the way, but that shit kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. I felt really a little disrespected by a few people, honestly, because I'm like, what the fuck? I don't even need an open mic. I'm getting booked on shows. I don't need an open mic for myself. And I felt like I was doing it for other people. And then I was like, I just got to take a step back, because I didn't want to make it into something that wasn't on a positive note. So
Right.
we left on a positive note. Jadrian did his 30-minute headline set, and then Taylor did her 30.
Fantastic.
Taylor did hers, and I left it on a high note, and I put it on the shelf for a minute because I had to. And people were like, "Why aren't we doing it?" And I'm like, "You start one, asshole! Like, I need a break. I need a break." And I'm glad I took it, and I'm ready to come back. But
Yeah.
I think we need to revisit it because it's lost a little bit of its luster. We got to revive it.
Yeah, it needs Dave Drunk Oakley telling
Dude,
somebody
it needs David
that's
Oakley.
a reporter.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Oh no.
No, listen, I have some thoughts, and I think we can turn it around. And, you know, I really am really hoping to get engagement from Fort Lewis. We got some new comics here. Bobbo's new to the
Well,
scene.
Fort Lewis is popping right now.
Well, I say we got Bobbo.
Now's the time.
There's a bunch of people that from Dolores. That actually one of the Dolores comics was here at the Drago mic. We have a new crop coming in, and I'm like, okay, we got to bring a new energy. It can't be the same old stale stuff because. Like, really, Brian, think about it. All of us that started originally, we're all doing shit. Dave's doing stuff. I'm doing stuff. You're doing stuff outside of the open mic scene. Emma's doing stuff. We're all getting booked on other people's shows. We're traveling. Like, it's time for us to provide the open mic for the new crowd. And that's what I think we need to be. Emma's mic is great for us because it gives us the opportunity to do 10.
It's gotten a little too supportive. I just feel like they're
enough.
super sensitive or super generous with their energy sometimes.
Fair enough.
And then it makes me want to go up there super fucking hot because I'm just
What
like,
about
God
what
damn
about,
it, this is
what
what
about,
it is.
Wait, were you there the
That's
day
what
that
I
I
did.
yelled at that girl from stage, though?
I don't know.
You definitely weren't there
I
then.
wasn't.
You definitely weren't there. Yeah, I accidentally shut down the mic a little bit because this girl was heckling the...
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah. No, I screamed at her from the stage. She said, "Fuck you." And I was like, "No, fuck you," from the stage. Yeah, I went
That's
off on
always
her.
awkward.
Tones had to walk me out to my vehicle so I didn't get jumped. And I
Because you've
said,
never been in a fight.
and I said, yes, I've never been in a fight. And I said at the end of the stage, "By the way, I don't get in physical fights. I just call the cops." And that's how I finished my set because I ripped this girl's ass from stage because she was heckling the entire time and just being a dick. And right in the middle of my set, she chugged a drink and then went, "Woo!" at the top of her lungs. And I was like, "All right." And I lost it. So the energy was not...
Seems fair.
It was not supportive that day. And it was like, "Oh, I was going to do something about it." I was like, sure you were, Emma.
Yeah,
So.
and it's really nice. I'm not saying that, but I feel like if we're going to be branching out to other scenes, like these mics that's our gym.
Okay, so
That's where we
Brian,
work
I
out.
cannot wait to talk to you about my idea because it is totally... Yep. We're going to talk after this.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Anyways, but yes, you want to take a pee break? Is it pee break time?
Oh, we've been rolling about an hour. How much longer did you want to go?
I don't know. I think I'm good.
I feel like an hour is a tight.
I
It's
feel
nice.
like an hour is a tight show. That's what our drag show is going to be. That's
Tight hour?
Tight hour.
Nice. I'm excited. I want to be there. I want to see that because
I think I'm going to do a drag king performance.
you should.
I'm going to do Bruno Mars's perm. Put some perm on your attitude. Oh, dude, I'm ready for it.
Nice.
Now you got to relax.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
before COVID, Dougie was involved in a drag comedy show, and he was like, "We're gonna put the comics in drag," and Dougie was gonna do me, and I was like,
I know. I was going to be on one of our shows. We were going to do the whole thing. We actually had it partnered up.
I was so ready.
It was going to be you and Balmforth and Jadrian and me and Emma that were going to do it. There's going to be 5 of us.
That would have been fantastic.
Fucking COVID ruined all of our plans.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll never get a dress in drag then.
No, you still can. We're still going to do it. I've already talked to the drag kids about it. We're definitely bringing it back.
Nice.
We also
I need Dougie. He's the only one I trust.
he will be there.
Or Dylan, I guess. I trust Dylan.
So Dylan is going to be here for the comedy festival.
Dylan Bennett? He's been on the podcast.
Dylan's a they now. They.
Okay.
They is going to be at the
Day's
comedy
going to be
festival.
on the podcast.
And they are doing a stand-up set on the 6ix9ine show.
So just
and drag.
use Dylan's name. That's what you're saying.
Double
'Cause I'm
Delilah.
going to fuck it up.
Double D Delilah.
That's her.
That's her. That's girl.
You can say
She looks
her.
fantastic in a latex suit, dude. I was like, Dylan, you're a fucking asshole. It's so curvy. Just like, yeah. Dylan,
Beautiful day.
beautiful.
Beautiful.
It was like the Britney Spears latex suit. Like it was hot.
Well, if you're gonna do it right. That's what I say.
No, I love this. I think we can wrap it up here. Can I pimp my show one more
Yeah,
time?
do it.
All right. Well, first of all, I did want to say that I actually will be doing a show on September 25th at the Stratosphere LA Comedy Club with Carlos Anthony and Anton Knight. And if you are in Vegas, or if you're going to be coming with me because I'm making you come so I have an audience, you'll get to see me there. So please come check me out at the LA Comedy Club. Also on September 18th, we've got the show in Dolores. Go to Comic Uprising on Facebook. If you want tickets, you can go to comicuprising.eventbrite.com. And then, of course, the 4th annual Four Corners Comedy Festival featuring Elliott Weber, Brittany Brave, and 34 comics from around the area. We would love to have you. Don't forget, we got hats. I got all kinds of merch. I made these. They're custom made by my sister and I. My sister made them mostly. I just had to take the vinyl off. But anyways, yeah, I think it's going to be great. I'm so excited to see everybody. And if you guys have any questions, hit us up on social media. Rob's going to be updating everything because I don't know how to use Instagram, so that's why we hired him.
Bobbo.
Yeah. He's going to hit up the Instas. So follow us on Facebook at Four Corners Comedy Festival or Four Corners Comedy on Instagram. And yeah.
Yeah, links will be in the description.
Links will be in the description right below. Thank you.
Bobbo?
Thanks for having me. I'm jealous of the pink hat, but I'll live with it, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of the
We could probably find you another
perks
one.
of running the pod. Also, yeah, thanks to Ethan Esparza and the Chava people for all the music. We love you guys. Shout out to Dead Room Comedy, our one and only sponsor. Bobbo, closing statement.
Just want to say thank you guys for welcoming me in Durango.
Fuck all that. Say something awesome.
Fucking Durango, man.
Peace.
Everything with cream cheese, orange juice, break fast. I'm out the door to get the dough, speaking to the masses. Hit the road to do a show, microphone madness. Trip easy, cheap sunglasses, straight passion. My third eye active, watching backpacks lead the show, beeping that shit vocally, hearing me locally, lyrically. Know what I'm supposed to be, and I don't got no fear of me. I'm coming for your brain, homie, coming at you spiritually. Stepped into the game, and I knew that flow was slippery, but check my flow though. Turn the whack news to history. Let them do their thing, instead I put them out their misery. And simply put, just got disconnected. Like my boy Big Money, man, this can't be neglected. Grab the mic and check it, coming up in your direction. Gift that I've been blessed with, this hustle is respected and reckless. Poetic mind on the set list, got the groove to match. Everybody step with it, still haven't fulfilled a whole vision yet. Life right now still so picturesque. I'm knocking every stage until I get a bigger check. Even though I hate money, ready for a bigger step. Pull the trigger next. Somebody coming at your neck. I could have died today. That's why I'm smoking cigarettes and got precision set of skills. And imagination, creations, innovating with motivation. I'm chasing my goals. Giants that I be racing. I'ma stride through the finish like a 6'5" Jamaican. Beating my chest like, yeah, what my name is. Ink on my chest, what? My homie spray painting. Summer day, smoke, skate, PlayStation. He looking down on me and I can't stay patient. I ain't just trying to say shit. Sit back and face this. Real type, I've been smoking instrumental playlist. Chill in the cut. Now these small places, I ain't getting love now, man. Fuck being famous, yeah, they tell me. It's really hard to make it. They don't understand I love being underestimated. Second guess it and I'll take it that you're undereducated. Anyway, this got me thinking about them old records playing. Why? It's filled with soul and it fills my mind. Tail feather shaking while the rhythm takes flight. What I'm doing wrong, I ain't gonna fake right. I don't get no sleep because the music takes night. Nocturnal life with my basement lights. Just roll some nice, keep my drink on ice. If you don't get it once and you don't hear it twice, moving on this beat right here is out of sight. I'ma stay away.